I very much believe that none of this stuff matters. It like at all. We get paid very well to move dots on a screen, so that people will transfer their imaginary credits from their electronic account over there to somebody else's electronic account over somewhere else. And everybody wants to see the numbers go up, and none of those numbers matter. If the power goes out, all this stuff is completely meaningless. And that could be very depressing. What does have meaning, right? If you start peeling back the layers of any of this stuff, none of it matters. The computers don't matter, the jobs don't matter, none of this is important. The what doesn't matter. It is very challenging to find a way for the what of life to matter at all. So instead, I try to focus on the how and the why of life, because for me, doing this job has no intrinsic meaning. But what it does is it enables me to do the things that do have meaning for me, which are connecting with other people, helping them do more of what they're interested in. It lets me be curious. It lets me be playful. It lets me keep challenging myself to learn and think in new ways. And the fact that all of this stuff is ultimately meaningless. Like when we're on our deathbeds, no amount of programming knowledge or money in your bank account is going to change the fact that you'll die. What I think is important to keep in mind when thinking about meaning is that there's no external meaning to any of this stuff. I hit a point where I had a to-do list of what I wanted to accomplish in life. And it included like an arbitrary salary number that I had picked and a lifestyle and an ability to, I was like, I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to, I don't know, on my own schedule. I want to have this much money in my bank account, et cetera, et cetera. And I was in my late 20s and I hit all of those things. And I was like, well, shit. Now what do I do? Like, I did all the stuff. I don't feel different. I don't feel like I'm happier than I was when I made $25,000 a year. And it was like a absolute panic going paycheck to paycheck. But I don't feel that much happier than I did when I was making like 60 grand a year. So clearing this 6-figure hurdle felt meaningful in that I set a goal and I hit it, but it wasn't life-changing. It wasn't like I'm a new person. I am complete. I have achieved my goals. Here is my trophy for being the best at being alive. And now I am done. It was more like, all right, I did that and I don't know what to do next. And now I feel kind of weird because I don't have any goals anymore. And I got real sad and I started feeling like really got this kind of nihilistic take and like depressed nihilism where I was like, oh no, nothing matters. This is all meaningless. What a waste of time. Why are we even here? And what I landed on, if there's no extrinsic meaning, like nothing external is telling me that the work is important, that the work matters, that I am good or that I am useful, then it has to be intrinsic. You have to believe, like figure out what you believe is useful. You have to figure out why you exist. And I don't think that's an answer that you get from your job. I don't think that's an answer you get from your parents, from your friends, from your boss, from a book. It has to come from in here, because if you don't believe it, if you don't feel it, then yeah, it is meaningless. Because like, okay, so you get your meaning from someone else, that someone else goes away. They quit the job, they leave, or they get old, they die. Do you still have meaning if the person who was telling you, like patting you on the head and saying good job, isn't there anymore? I hope the answer is yes, but if all of your value has been coming from someone else or from something else, then how do you continue to get that value when that thing or that person is no longer around? So instead, thinking about meaning has become much more an exercise for me of looking at what am I doing, who does it help, who does it hurt, and how good do I feel about the actions I took today when I get in bed? Like, what is the thing that you find to be the most rewarding? And it doesn't have to be one thing. Like, I love teaching and I love doing silly stuff, like little creative projects like these rubber ducks. This was deeply rewarding to me, not because I think it was meaningful or like this is going to have any lasting impact on the world, but because I like making stuff. I like seeing physical objects come out of my brain. So building that was really rewarding. Would I do it all the time? No. It's the same reason that I build websites. It's really fun to build a website and see something from my brain manifest in a way that other people can use and interact with. If that was all I did, though, I think I'd be pretty sad. So, I get meaning from cooking. I get meaning from hosting my friends. I get meaning from helping somebody learn and overcome something. When the light bulb comes on in somebody's eyes, when you finally explain something in a way that clicks, there's no better feeling. Meaning is what you make it, because ultimately there's no objective meaning. If we're being real cold, life is meaningless and nothing matters. So if that's the case, the only meaning that exists is the meaning you assign to it. And if that's the case, then that's actually great news, because it means there's no scorecard. Nobody's going to tell you you're doing it right or doing it wrong. What people are looking at is the outcome, not the activity. So they want to see, are you somebody who makes people around them happier and better and stronger? Are you somebody who seems happy and like you're doing things that you're interested in? Are you engaged? Are you interested? Are you chasing things that you're passionate about? And not passionate in the sense of like, I'll do them to my own detriment, but passionate like you light up when you talk about them. If that's the case, then you're somebody that people gravitate toward and they want to spend time with and they're very excited to see. If that's not the case, if you're somebody who's constantly feeling bad, feeling like you're not doing enough, feeling like, preventing yourself from working on things you care about because you feel guilty about things that you think you should be doing according to some arbitrary definition that you read years ago. Like, we all have friends like that who like talk about what they wish they were doing or what they're prevented from doing. And it's just kind of a drag to be in those conversations all the time. I want to be around the builders. I want to be around the makers. I want to be around the people who are curious and engaged and smiling and loving what they do, even if the thing they love doing is something that is absolutely not meaningful in the traditional like career ladder. I've got friends who are deep into ceramics, into baking, into mycology, into health and fitness, into whatever it is, right? And like their passion for that thing makes them so much fun to talk to, because you can tell like they're lit up, they're fully engaged in that, and they want to share. And that, I think, is where meaning comes from, is finding something that you can get into enough that it's worth sharing, and caring enough that they can sense, they can feel how into it you are. That's how you find your people, right? Anyways, I don't know how close that was to what you were asking, but that's maybe the core of my whole philosophy.